Hello, this is Happy Jake here. Say hi, Happy. Happy. Happy, say hi. Hi. I love you. You do, doggy. And these are two of our Kirby's. This is obviously G4, and that's obviously G6. Now, one of these doesn't have a very long story to tell. The other does. So, the story behind these two is I have always wanted a G6, and I've always loved the way they look. And the bag is coming up a bit more gray on camera than it is in person. But I wanted one so badly, I saved up $125 and bought this one in non-working condition off of eBay. It came with almost the entire tool rack, which I have, but I won't be showing in this video. And it came with a complete shampoo system. Now, there was a problem with it though, and by problem, I mean it was in the worst condition I've ever acquired a vacuum in. So bad, it took me several months to restore. I have images of this, and I'll put them in if I can find them, which I probably will. But it had a nylon sock wound around the belt shaft and melted to it. And I can actually show you the evidence of that. There. That's the remains of the sock. Yeah. I wonder if it'll come off of use. So yeah, it had that. And the bag was filled with dirt, as much as it could possibly hold. Like, the entire volume of the bag was taken up by dirt. It weighed 11 pounds. Also, it was tarnished and extremely dusty inside out. And the worst part about it was the armature was defective. There was something shorting in there, so whenever you turn the thing on, it would spark immensely and wouldn't run at full speed. It was just dangerous to use. So I took it apart. Oh, and also the tech drive clicked, which I did fix. I took it apart 6 times in order to try to repair the armature. And I finally got it done more than a year after I first bought it. Because I never wanted to take one of these Kirby's apart again. It's so, like, they're just really, at least for me, very hard to disassemble once you get the hood off. Any deeper than that is just a huge pain. But I don't understand how someone could have abused it so badly and still used it. And also, funny thing is, when I got it, the original sticker, or plastic covering the sticker on the belt lifter, was still on, so this sticker is in really nice shape. But I was able to get it running, and it runs perfectly now. The chrome isn't in the best condition. It's scratched, it's still a bit of tarnished, same with this one. But I polished it the best I could, and honestly, I don't really care. It's my G6, and it runs beautifully. But along with that, I did repair my G3 and its tech drive problems, and I polished it. The G3 isn't here right now, but the G4 is. Now, while restoring the G6, I found a full set of G4 tools at Restore, and I picked them up. And then a few weeks later, I found this at the Salvation Army, so this also has its full tool set. Now the G4 compared to the G3, there's barely any differences. We all know the differences between all the Kirby models, but the only difference I could find between the two is this bag strap here. On the G3 it's just a piece of spring-loaded plastic, but on this it's just cloth. But there's tons and tons of minor differences that nobody besides the vacuum enthusiasts would care about between these two, like the shape of the hoods, they changed the side of that LED, which I prefer it on this side since it's not obstructed by the bag. They changed the shape of the mini ampter. Instead of being a label on the earlier ones, they changed the height adjustment indication to being molded in. On the G3, these up and down arrows are also labels, and they're not on the G4, and just they changed the molding and labels. On the tech drive pedals, just also some very, very, very minor and few internal differences. But you know, something else I find funny, especially about the G6, is, oh wait, one other difference that nobody would care about. They changed the appearance of the switch, the base of the handle. The regular G6 that was made at the very beginning and end of production actually seems to be much, much, much less common compared to the limited edition ones. But I like the limited edition ones more, because they just had that extra bit of yellow that completes the look for me. But, well, anyways, I don't know if there's that much more to say about these two, besides, I want to demonstrate something in a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, one extremely obscure feature that not even most vacuum enthusiasts know about is that right here is a coin slot that's designed for you to put coins in while vacuuming, so you don't vacuum them up. And you can get coins out by removing that slot at the base, this little thing here, removing the back of the handle. They removed that from the Centria and it makes me sad, so it's starting to cry. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get some help from my brother to film this in a third person's perspective and do some slow motion of this obscenely sandy carpet we have, because yeah, that's what our yard looks like. That's all sand. Worst decision our family has ever made. At least I didn't make it, but at least it leaves a great place for us to vacuum. One last thing I should say is these both have the old style brush roll, and they do not perform well on most of the rugs in this house. They do best on heavier carpeting that sticks to the floor better, and of course regular stuck to the floor wall-to-wall carpeting. So let's watch these run. Alright, something I forgot to mention is that if you want to see us demo any of the attachments we have for either of these two machines, please ask. We're open to requests. Anyways, let's go! So yeah, this has been a happy jig production, and goodbye. I'm happy. Happy.